Hey, beautiful people. I want to talk to you guys about our foster program. And first and foremost, I want to say thank you so much to individuals that have inquired about our pet care services. So, our foster program is to help animals in our shelters. If you don't know, there are a lot of shelters in North Carolina that are at full capacity and they need our help. So becoming a foster is one of the greatest ways to help an animal at the shelter. You get to take the animal home, they get to stay with you. You can post them on social media, try to find them a forever home. And that also gives space for another animal that may be in need and may need to go to the shelter. On the flip side of being able to help the animals at the shelter as well, we also want to be able to provide a safe haven for displaced individuals with pets. If you don't know, 10% of the homeless population has a dog or a cat. And sometimes now don't get me wrong, there are shelters that have a pet-friendly policy. However, normally those are always full or have limited space. So sometimes they don't have a place to go to be able to accommodate their pet as well, so they stay outside. We want to be able to be that, bridge that gap and allow for people to contact us. We can take their pet and they can go into a shelter or can stay with a friend. Maybe the friend has allergies, and be able to just get back on their feet knowing that their pet is okay, their pet will be with us, will not go up for adoption unless their situations change and they say, listen, we want to put this fur baby up for adoption. Now, on that angle of our program, we would need a lot of assistance because we're not going through an animal shelter where they're funding for the vet care and the food and other things that the pet needs. We will be solely taking care of that pet. Everything will come out of pocket. And that's where our pet care services come into play. So being able to do this is something that has always been on my heart. When I started Bertha, it started off as just walking in the street in Manhattan. This was before even the name was created and everything, and seeing people that were homeless with their pets trying to find something to eat. And I would come and I was trying to transition to being vegan. I would have vegetarian sandwiches, and I started to realize I could bring them sandwiches and I could bring some pet food, and that was something that I truly just wanted to be able to help. A lot of times we kind of oversee situations like that because we're like, oh, they'll figure it out. But we need each other in order to move forward at times. And we can't do this alone. And I want them to know, like, you're not alone. And in order to make this possible and to continue doing already what we are doing with the resources that we have now, we need your help. Our goal is for between August to October to be able to expand this location, to be able to expand this program and get a location that can house more fur babies. And that is where, you guys, I truly do need your help so much. Honestly speaking, I need your help with funds. If you know a location that will allow that, I would prefer something that has a fenced backyard to allow the fur babies to stretch those legs, because they need enrichment exercise too, y'all, okay? And just if you can book a pet care service, if you're in Cary and Morrisville and you can book a pet care service, that would be awesome sauce. Spread the word. We already have partnerships with certain animal organizations, so we're good on the foster side. Shout out to our foster Rebecca for being able to be the reason why we do have a foster in our state pausing program, to be able to house that fur baby while we're trying to make sure that we get things on our side together as far as location. If you are able to foster, if you're interested in fostering, you can contact us and we'll be able to get you in contact with an organization that is looking for fosterings. And that's one thing. If you're not in North Carolina, you're like, I want to foster, I want to help, and you may not be able to donate, but you have space in your house where you can contact an animal organization in your area. You can go to petfinder.com, or you can go on Google Maps and type in animal rescues or animal shelters near me, and you can reach out to them. It makes a difference. It makes a difference. You're giving this animal a chance to be able to have a safe haven and to be able to have a chance to find a home, a loving home. And also, if you're able to say, if you think like, okay, well, I can't foster, because maybe it's too much time. I know that some organizations, and reach out to your organization, or if you're in North Carolina and you are interested, you can contact me. There's certain organizations that allow you to take the fur baby for a weekend. It's like a weekend slumber party, a weekend getaway. And that also makes a difference as well. Every shelter is different of how they house the pets, but some shelters do house the pets where they're in crates, or they may have a little bit more space, like a kennel run, but it all depends. So being able to take them out of that and give them a place, you know, they get the home setting of being on a couch or being on a bed or being able to run around the house. It also allows them to stay social, to know that they're loved and they are wanted. We all want to be seen, appreciated, and heard, and this can allow them to be seen. Love y'all.